What is packing with you, YouTube? Shout out to Green Bay Packer Nation. Shout out to all the Green Bay Packer YouTubers out there. Mike McCarthy has just finished his press conference. Basically, they were asking him what was the plan to get in playoff contention from here on out. And basically, Mike McCarthy said we must win on the road. He brought up all the injuries with Mike Daniels and Jimmy Graham and Rashard Breeland, stating that Mike Daniels will be out for a few weeks. He will know in 48 hours from now what the status is on Jimmy Graham. And Rashard Breeland, he'll see his conditioning as far as practice this week when he's in rehab. They really didn't ask him any questions about Aaron Rodgers. They did ask him about Aaron Jones and will he get the ball more? And Mike McCarthy responded by saying, you want all your playmakers to touch the ball. And he elaborated on that the Packers were better on third down and distance. Yeah, that's all cool, Mike, but converting the third downs is what's more important. He felt that by them having an extra or a couple of more days to prepare for the Vikings coming up this Sunday night, which I think the Packers will have a chance to win after the Vikings had a tough outing against the Chicago Bears. And losing that game, kind of can motivate the Packers to be in playoff contention in the NFC. Mike McCarthy has been running the same play since 2006. Around the time where Brett Favre was still there. And you can totally tell. You can totally tell. Hopefully Mike McCarthy got some tricks up his sleeves with this offense to where he can propel them to be better than what they are. Now, of course, that's going to take the supporting cast that we will have available at that time to execute the plays. There's still no status on how long Randall Cobb will be out or where he's at as far as recovery. We already know what the status is on Geronimo Ellison. As far as the injuries goes, it's always going to be that whole next man up mentality. And so far throughout the season, we haven't really seen that besides, as far as the offense, it's okay. You can say it's okay. It's inconsistent. But on the defensive side of the ball, you can say there's been some improvements as far as Kenny Clark and Kyler Fackrell have been playing. I think Kyler Fackrell got like 8 sacks on the season so far. But this team hasn't won back-to-back games since the preseason. In the last month or the last 4 games, we are 1-3. Hopefully it could get better from here. In order for us to even have a chance to get a wild card, we're going to have to win all of our games. All of our games from here on out. I think next week, no, this coming week, because I know the Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs played a Monday night game, and then next Sunday or the next week, NFL week, that'll be the last bye for teams, which will be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. So, this is it right here. This is crunch time. This is We are in playoff mode. I mean, the Saints and the Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Patriots, those teams are pretty much locked in for a playoff spot. And then you have the other guys like the Packers, the Seattle Seahawks, the Cowboys, who else? The Panthers. You still got a lot of those teams that still, hanging around that got a chance to make something happen. And hopefully Mike McCarthy can coach his way into making something happen. As long as we don't keep getting hit by the injury bug, which sucks with this team because this team is just always injury prone for some weird reason. I don't understand it. This team is never healthy. We should have a chance. I mean, I still think we're going to wind up going 8-7-1. That's just what I think. But to sprinkle a little bit of hope, there goes that word again, huh, Aaron Rodgers? Hope. Maybe things can turn around. Like I said, I live in the business of prove me wrong. If I feel a certain way and it's less than what you think, then just prove me wrong. That's all I want this team to do, just prove me wrong. If a little bit of magic can happen, then prove me wrong. But as far as Mike McCarthy, yes, his ass is still on the hot seat. If he gets this team to a Super Bowl this year, then, maybe cooler heads will prevail and he could probably remain the coach of the Green Bay Packers. But as from what I'm seeing, the writing's on the wall. And that usually what happens when you bring in new GMs. They tend to want their own people, the people that they want. You know what I'm saying? The people that they think can help this team succeed. It's always changes when things like that happen. So y'all let me know what y'all think about, or if y'all did catch Mike McCarthy's press conference. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the next, how many games is left was this week? The next 7 games that we have left. Where do y'all feel this team can go, and how far y'all think this team can go, and who do y'all think we can beat or lose out or lose to? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that we could probably go into Minnesota and win that game, knowing that they just left being beat down by the Chicago Bears. The game that the Bears only won by 5 points. You know what I'm saying? So it's your man King Howie. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and I'm out.